have to take selfies with them. Alright, let's move on to the next ones and see if we can get a few more today. So far so good. Another fawn killer out of the way. You got to control the numbers of them or they'll just wreak havoc on your fawns and even mature deer. So I'm just happy to get rid of one. Hopefully I can get rid of several this year. I always try to set my goal pretty high. I get about 15 coyotes every year, and that really helps out the population really well, keeps them in check. Hey everyone, just out here running my snare line this morning, and I had them out probably 5 days I think. Haven't been hit yet. We've had a little bit of weather fronts and rain and freezing and thawing, and I had one dig me up on my dirt hole set, and trap was froze up, so that kind of sucks. I missed one, and then luckily I have some snares going for me, and walked out here on this old logging road. That's my favorite way to set them, and I have a big old coyote bouncing in it. He's right here on a log that I set up across the road and set a snare underneath, and bam, got him. Let's go check him out. Looks like a really good one. I can't stress it enough how to set these old skid roads. You can see the skid road right here, and I laid this log above it and anchored my snare, and he went underneath it and I got him. Looks like a really big one. Probably a big male. I got him. Ready to rock and roll?
Let's boogie.
Let's go hang some snares, get some coyotes. stepped all over, but it was right there perfect. And it was facing that direction like he'd come up out of there. And went that way.
And you said those are, what size snares you said those were? They're not 60s?
No, I think these are 48-inch long.
Now why do you like the 48s? And what's so special about them?
It just gives them less leadway. I just think, I mean, I like a coyote getting tangled myself personally. Just a quicker lethal kill. I like them get them tangled up quick. A lot of people don't like them tangled up. They like them just restraint where it holds them like on a leash.
Gotcha.
But when I set the mulga roads, there's a lot of brush and small saplings, and they get entangled, and I just like to be quick, humane kills on them.
Gotcha.
Which, you know, just holding them in place is, you know, not bad. But I just like to kill them quick.
Yep, I get that.
So,
all right,
but that's what they call 7x7 wire. It's got 7 strands with 7 little strands inside the 7 strands, called 7x7.
Gotcha.
You got your swivel there. Your deer stops on them, 2.5-inch circle, so the deer can get his hoof out if you get an accidental deer catch. So,
fair enough. Yeah. Move on to the next one.
That's right. Let's go get some more. What I got going on here? It's old farm road. The main road's right up here above me. And this old farm road wraps around, kind of thick in here. I got to look, and you can see that trail going through there. Deer use it a lot, but there's also several coyote tracks in here. So this is the perfect spot to put a snare. I got all this natural brush grown up. It's brown. My snares are dyed brown. It'll blend right in. I mean, as you can tell, some of them little golden rods, they're broke off and they're kind of leaning in. Perfect place to set a snare. I guarantee you within a week there'll be one hung here. I don't use gloves to handle my snares. I don't really think it's that important. You can if you want, but to me, after a day and a half, your scent's gone. And they're running this trail. It ain't like they're gonna stop and say, whoop, there's human scent. They're just gonna bulldog right through it. So don't get hung up too much on handle your snares barehanded. It's your preference. My preference is it doesn't matter. But yeah, I want to set my snare a 10-inch loop. You know, that's about 8 right here. You know, about a 10-inch loop. And I'm going to hang it off the ground about 8 inches from the bottom loop to the ground. So, I mean, this thing's going to blend in perfect right there. As you can see, once I get that thing hung there, that coyote won't see that. He'll just bulldog right through here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a earth anchor it to the ground, and I'll get me a stick and I'll cut it off. You can use, some people use fiberglass rods, metal rods, snare hangers, but I just cut a limb and put it in the ground and put my snare support 9-gauge wire on it and hang it up with my whammy. It's all natural, works great. Alright, I'm going to get started here and hang his snare up. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get me a limb here for snare support. And I didn't get the earth anchor out. Just use them quick connects. Alright. Got my driver. I'll drive it right there at the base of my snare support. Pull up on it. Set it solid. Couldn't pull that thing out with a truck. Here's my snare support. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to cinch it down tight to this little sapling I cut off for my support. Like I said, you can go out and buy your own, but these are free from Mother Nature. So that's what I do. I just grab a straight one and I'm gonna crimp this down here solid. Take my pliers. And this right here is where it's gonna cinch it down, because I don't want that support sliding up and down. Another thing you can do if you don't want the teardrop look, take your pliers, bend this cable back just a little bit. That gives it more round. It's just all preference, but I'm gonna do it an 8 to 10, or about a 10 to 12 circle. I like 10. Wrap that around my snare support a couple times. Put that 9-gauge wire on that whammy. Bend it up there a little bit. And then you can adjust it however you want it. Right there. About 8 inches to the bottom loop to the ground. A lot of times I'll do 10 by 10, but I got all this brush, so he's going to duck his head a little bit. So I believe right there is perfect. That's how I hang my snares. It worked for me, it'll work for you. You may have other methods of doing it, but I've taught myself this, and it works every time for me. But I guarantee you, much coyote signs in this trail, I'll have one waiting on me within 7 to 10 days. I guarantee you I'll have a catch right here. Back out here on the snare line, didn't have anything in foothold traps. Had a coyote this morning already. And I'm back down here on this other hillside where it's been timbered really hard like 10 years ago. And you can see how thick it is here. I mean, it's nothing but briars. But it's ideal for snaring. So, kind of give you an idea what we have going on. There's a skid row that comes down, and it forks, and it keeps going where I'm standing. And then it forks and goes out that way. Alright, usually I catch several coyotes here every year. But I haven't got any yet. And I'm looking down here and I see a snare laid down. It's kind of tore up, so I know I have something down here. I'm not sure yet, but I was just kind of explaining to you what I got going on here. But I have this skid row that wraps all the way around that big hill over there. Comes around, and I got a snare over and nothing in it. And then it comes up the hill, and then it goes down the hill, but sorry for the roughness, filming by myself here. But I have a snare right there. Right there. Nothing in it. Alright, well, I seen this little path coming from this other road. I need to put a snare there. That's a perfect spot. You can just see that trail going right through here. Well, I have a snare right here, so 9 times out of 10, if I come down that trail, I'm going to get him right here. But you can see how I got it set in there. I got them dyed, stained, and they're kind of hard to see, but they blend in really good. And this is all natural blocking. This is a skid row that goes down through here, down the hill. Got my anchor tied off here. I put just a little bit of brush here, not much. Then just the natural trail, and I hung my snare. Nothing in there. Let's go to the next one. This is where I know I have something down here, because I can see the ground is disturbed. Haven't been down here yet. Oh, a bobcat. There it is. And he's already done. That looks like a really good bobcat. Heck yeah. This skid road goes down through there. You can see these logs that cross the skid roads. That is ideal spots to hang them snares underneath them logs. Now, since I got something right here, which is the bobcat, I'm gonna go down here in a little while and hang another one there, and maybe another one down there at that other big log. I'm gonna fill these roads plumb full of snares, and I'll snag coyotes, these bobcats. I'll get everything out of them. They work these roads. I mean, they're just walking them. You got your trails that go down them. These animals just walk them all the time. But yeah, perfect setup. Got him out of the snare. He is an absolute giant bobcat. I didn't realize how big he was. My gosh. Whew. He's heavy. Oh, look at them spots. He is a beautiful bobcat. Wow. He's an absolute giant. I guarantee you he's probably a 30-pounder. Man, he is beautiful. Big old pretty spots on him. Look at them spots. This cat may go on the wall. He might get mounted. Wow, he is absolutely beautiful. Look at the paws compared to my hand. Look at that. Ginormous. Look at these claws. They will tear you up. But yeah, look at that compared to my hand. This is just a beautiful bobcat. Got big old, what I call beard. Big old chops on him. He is beautiful. Look at the spots down his belly and his legs. Wow. That is a stud of a tom. Heck yeah. Now that one right there, he will take down a full-size deer. That's why I predator trap and snare. Gotta keep them in balance. Heck yeah. Welcome back out here on the winter trap line. It's Christmas morning, and I'm figuring I got here and run my traps real quick and get back with the family and celebrate the birth of our Savior, Jesus. So walking my snare line here fast as I can because it's cold out. We had like a 30-degree temperature drop. You can see snow came. We had like 7 inches here, and I have a coyote waiting on me. I figured they would move last night. Caught a coyote here last week, reset a snare back, and I'm glad I did because I have another coyote waiting here in the same exact spot. He's done for. I must have caught him really early last night because he is covered up in snow and he's hung himself. So let's go here and check him out. Caught him early. He's all hung there in the snare. Heck yeah. It's like a perfect neck catch. That's gonna be a fun one to skin. Probably froze solid. Yep, he must either came that way or came out the way I just came. Got him. Hopefully there'll be many more to come. I'd say they'll really move tonight. It poured the snow down last night. The front was coming in, so I got this one. I might have some more, but it poured the snow down. We got like 7 inches of snow out here, and tonight it's supposed to get down really cold. I bet you'll be out running tonight hard. So hopefully I'll have some more to show you in the future. It is super, super cold out here. It's day after Christmas, and we had a big weather front come through. Got one yesterday in a snare, and didn't get no more hits on the rest of the line. And come back out here this morning, it got down to like, I think it was 13, 14 degrees last night. Super cold. And I missed a few coyotes. I had 1 foothold. They worked my dirt hole set, and trap was froze up, of course. And I had a couple go around some snares. Didn't go through them. That's part of snaring. You'll have that. They'll go through them and not get caught. And I've seen a lot of tracks here coming out these old skid roads and Fuller Pass and stuff. And I figured I'd connect out through here, and I got one. He's froze solid, so that's to be expected in these really, really cold temps. But what I have going on here is I have an old 2-track road, and I got some mud holes out through here. Well, coyote's not going to really go through a deep mud hole. They're going to stay right on the dry ground much as possible. And I hung a snare right on the edge of the mud hole, where kind of like to go around the mud hole, and I connected. Let's go check them out. As you can see, this is a mud hole, and I put a few branches there for some blocking on the middle track where it was kind of dry ground. But you got these ridges that go around the mud hole, and these coyotes will go around them, just like right here. Well, I've seen coyote tracks here in the last few days going around there. I always catch them here. But got out here, and I could tell everything was knocked down on my way up here. And sure enough, there's one hanging there. It doesn't look like a very big coyote, but any coyote's a good coyote. But yeah, I have my snare hanging off this tree where they go around it. And like I said, I blocked this off, and they're not going to go through that deep water. They'll go around the edges. But I got some blocking right here so they wouldn't go around this way. I wanted them to go right through here. And sure enough, I got him. He's laying there. He is done. Perfect. That's why I love snaring. He is a muddy mess, and he is froze solid, so it's going to be to the car wash to get him cleaned up. I can do anything with him, let him thaw out a little bit. But heck yeah, I love snaring these coyotes. There's nothing better. When you get these freezing temps, these traps are not firing, but these snares are. I know every time we have a weather front, animals stir because they get hungry, and they're just out and about. You know how predators are. But it seems like every time we get a little bit of a snow front like that, I get coyotes. I mean, that's all there is to it. I pick one up, sometimes two. But out here running this morning, and I haven't got a lot of traps out. I got a few footholds, and I got probably about 8 snares out. And first one I come to, connected, so let's go here and check it out. But what I want to explain here is this is an old skid road, and you can see it's growed up. It's been like probably 15 years since it's been timbered, but there's always a distinctive trail that runs down through them. All sorts of animals use it. Deer, coons, all your predators, your bobcats, coyotes, everything's walking these trails. Deer like it because it's easy access around a hill, a steep hillside. Pretty much the same with the coyotes too. They like it because it's easy access, it's easy to walk, and it's good hunting grounds for them. I mean, they can get to one point to the next, just like that, and it's usually not real thick in here. It's just, new growth, young timber in here. But I always set these snares. I don't know, you might be able to see the coyote sitting back here, but there's a trail that runs all the way out through here. And year after year I do this, and it works for me. I mean, it's very effective. So just get on these old skid roads, logging roads where they've hauled logs out years ago, and get in and get these trails and hang some cables on them. And they work, they're productive. So let's walk out here and check it out, see what kind of dog it is. This is the trail. Now last year I had a double here. I had one there and one out there where I caught the other one. But I didn't have a snare here yet, but I will be putting 2 of them in here. But right out there's the coyote. This game trail goes right out through there, and it goes up around the hill, around the rest of that skid road. So let's walk out here and see what we got. But yeah, you can see where I have my snare anchored to this tree, and there he is. Good looking coyote. Yeah, he's wrapped around this tree and around this grapevine. They pulled it tight on him.